Hi everyone, welcome to our Deal or No Deal story time. Today I've got a good story. One of my buyers decided, there are thousands and thousands of available listings in Manhattan. There was one and only one he wanted to buy. It was one that was in contract already. So the very first question was whether it was even legal for the seller to even entertain our offer since it's already in contract. So the attorneys, after deliberations amongst the attorneys, it was determined that legally it's viable for us to propose such a structure, which was we would sign the contract with the seller and give him a 10% deposit like usual. But the contract is contingent upon the existing buyer accepting our buyout premium and voluntarily walking away from the existing contract. Under that condition, our contract becomes effective immediately. And then if on the flip side, the buyer decides this is the home for me, there's no amount of money in the world that can make me go away, our contract effectively cancels itself out. So this would have been a legally viable option. So I was actually excited to see what the buyer was gonna say. I was almost certain that the seller would say yes to this, because logically it's a win-win situation for both the seller and the existing buyer. Now, because for seller, he gets more money, and then for the existing buyer, it's just an option. He could take our money, the premium, and then buy something else, or it's just a knowledge. He's gained the knowledge that his purchase is such a good investment. He could have effectively flipped the contract for more money immediately, even before closing. Why would anybody be upset over this, right? And then we went to the seller, and then you know what happened? This is like a real life example that tells me you can't logically use logic to predict what the real life world is going to be. So the seller is a little older. She felt really frazzled over our proposal and was very concerned about the scenario where the existing buyer doesn't want to go away, but is upset because she even started the conversation with us, and hence makes the remaining process for their purchase painful for her. So she was very worried about that, and eventually she just decided that emotional stress was not even worth broaching the topic with the existing buyer. So our perfect proposal didn't even get a start. But anyway, that was a good story for me, and it was a good experience for me. I'll see you next time.